We're already going in the Canna Planet universe, floating around the solar system with my buddy. What's your name?
Eric.
Eric. Nice to meet you, man.
Pleasure.
Good to have you. I'm happy to be over at the Canna Planets. A few dispensaries over here, and we're in Monticello, right?
Yes, sir.
There's one in Ellenville. What are the other ones?
Wappingers Falls, I believe. Kingston. Oh, Kingston.
Yes, I told you.
Let's see. Ellenville, you said.
I remember, too, to have it like below, like that, so this block you.
Yeah, Wappingers Falls,
Wappingers,
Kingston, Ellenville.
Kingston.
And I think they're starting 2 more up, but I'm not too sure the places where they're going to be kicking up. Yeah. For right now, I think that's the only 5 we have. Ellenville, Kingston, Wappingers Falls, and there's one in... Fuck. Oh, sorry. Not allowed to curse or anything?
No, you're good.
Okay, apologize.
That's okay.
But yeah, I'm not too sure about that. I think that's what we got right now for 4 of
cursing
them.
is not going to be the problem.
I don't know. Some people, just to be respectful to everybody and everything,
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think that's all right now. They do have some stuff popping up soon. 2 more. Not too sure when, but for right now, that's the only one.
And you're a budtender here?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Where are you from?
Originally Middletown.
Middletown?
Yeah.
Middletown,
then,
New York.
Yeah, Middletown, then to Pine Bush, New York, then to Ellenville, and all over, everywhere, pretty much.
How old are you?
21.
21?
Yes,
oh,
sir.
sick, dude. You're a young buck in the
yes,
game.
Sir.
So that's what's so funny about this shit. Is like I'm 33, and like I've been selling weed for 15 years, allegedly. And now doing it in like this market, that's got to be so like I definitely want to pick your brain on like you're 21 working at a dispensary selling weed. That's like such a trip to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like give me a little bit of like what the come up of that is for you, like the journey to that. Like have you been smoking? Like have you
I only started smoking, well, the first time I ever smoked was about 16, and you know, I put it down from first time I ever smoked. I was like, yeah, this is nice, but I'm gonna wait till I'm 18 just for, I don't know. In my head, I made a safety rule, I guess.
Right.
So went from there, 18, and I stuck with me. I've always been around it with, certain family members and things like that. Other things were involved in my life, and that was just the one thing I seen everybody get together about. There was no arguments, no fights, Everyone could bond over that thing, no matter what it was, whether you're growing it, smoking it, whatever it is, really.
It's something like odd about the plant that does that. I've like found my own purpose. I say this all the time on the podcast. I think I'm good at selling weed because like whenever I've had people over when I was younger and just like hanging out, like I feel like a lot of different people from different backgrounds would come to like my crib, and it just so happened I'd be selling weed too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So like I think that there's something about like the community of weed, like the thing, like the plant. I always try to like steer away from being like the plant. Because it's like so many like social justice warriors are always like, the plant did this. And it's like, I think it's even more than the plant. I think it's the people.
I believe that 100%. I believe it's the actions of the person. I believe you can dictate how you're going to act regardless of what you're, consuming. I personally believe that. I don't know what I'm allowed to say, but I've consumed a fair share of
whatever you want,
I've consumed
dude. Like
a fair share of things.
You're never going to have an issue besides us selling weed and going through those walls.
I've messed with my fair share of things. I've been around a few things, and this is the one thing that everybody can bond through. I've seen people argue over the stupidest. It's just the stupidest things. And this here is just, you can laugh about it. You can even cry about it. You could fucking.
Everyone's always giving hugs.
There's always a hug. Even when somebody does, come in here and they're like, oh man, they are on a bad day or something like that. They come out of here with a smile on their face 9 times out of 10 because of their interactions with people, or just my day gets a little better sometimes when someone comes in and they're like grumpy or whatever, and I'm like, oh, here, this fucking pre-roll is great, dude, or this is good, or have, brighten your day up a little bit. And they're like, oh, fuck yeah, I can't wait to try this. And it makes me feel good about myself and what I'm doing.
That's cool. I'm happy I got to see a little bit too. That was like a cool little, like right before we got on air here, I was able to see you do work with a customer.
Never stops.
No, but I don't know. It seems like you got it on clockwork.
Yeah, and I just try to treat people like people. That's it. It's not like I'm trying to force you to buy something. I want you to find something you're going to enjoy. I want to talk to you and get to know you as a person one-on-one, Feel like if this is going to work for you, or, hell yeah, that's it right there. I don't want to, this is the greatest thing ever, this is it right here. No, we got to pick your brain a little bit, figure out what works for you, man, or gal, whoever it is, whatever it is, got to figure out you as a person.
We talk about that a lot on here of like over education. Like I want to know your opinion on that, where like a lot of times people will come in, the easiest thing is they always talk about indica sativa. What I've always tried to do is like try to ask people, what are they using it for? So some people are like, I need to go to sleep. I want to be like, be creative. And like, I always try to do like pairings like that.
Yeah.
Like this, like for us, like the blunts that we have, and we're very we love working with the Canna Plants. You know what I mean? Just like because I've actually talked to a lot of the different bud tenders from all the different places that work with you guys, and I'm always surprised. And I'll say surprised because you guys have a couple different stores. And sometimes that could get a bad rep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I am pleasantly surprised all the time from just like meeting all of you guys. And I see the staff members around here too, you know? And we got some staff members here doing some electrical work too. So if you hear a little bit of buffer, I'm sorry about that. But I'm always impressed by you guys as people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even from the back of the house to the front of the house, it seems like the Canna Planets are like normal people, just like relating to everyday consumers and like asking them questions. So that's what the question I wanted to ask you. Like, what do you think when it comes about like the idea of over-education? Do you sit back and let them kind of tell you what they want, or are you trying to kind of put them in the right direction of products that you think? What are you usually leaning to?
This podcast is brought to you by The Bakery in Cohoes, New York. This is one of my favorite dispensaries in New York. They have the best menu. We're proud to be on it. The best staff. Mike has become like a mentor to us out in New York, especially when it comes to upstate. Be on the lookout for podcasts and more collaborations that we're going to be doing together. The Bakery, upstate New York, in the Albany Capital District in Cohoes, man, that's the spot. Breakfast Connections Dutch Master hats are available now on breakfastconnections.co. These things are dope, paying homage to our original Connecticut roots. We're not able to put tobacco on the blunts, but the whole reason we even did the blunts in the New York market was that we found this cone that was able to like taste the weed and have that good experience that we remember with the Dutch Masters. So that's why we're kind of paying homage with the Dutch Masters hats. We're in tons of dispensaries from in the Adirondacks out to Utica, Capital District down to the Bronx, and Misha's Flower Shop in Brooklyn. We're going to be expanding into the city a little bit more. We also have Living Soil grown indoor flower that's going to be under $40, I'm pretty sure. That's a steal. Some of the best weed in the New York market. I feel confident in saying that. Around $40, that's pretty good. Look out for those bags, Breakfast Connections 8th bags, Breakfast Connections blunts. We still got some of those more affordable 8ths of the outdoors from last season, but we wanted to ramp it up with some more Living Soil indoor grown flower. I think that's it. Back to the show.
I think it's a little balance between both. You know, if someone's coming in to just, get high pretty much, and I'm going to show you some stuff that's like crazy. I'll show you something crazy, obviously, if that's what you're really looking for.
Is that like a high THC thing?
Yeah, high THC or something that's got, a nice markup on, total active cannabinoids, things like that. If we want to get really crazy with stuff, or terpenes, all that stuff. Yeah. But most times people don't really care about that. They just care about THC number. And if someone's looking to get educated, I'll break down what I know. I don't know everything, but I try to be knowledgeable so I can, pass out that knowledge too. What goes around comes around. So
I like that.
Whenever someone comes in, they want to, ask a million questions about a gummy or a flower, pre-roll, whatever it is. I'm okay with answering everything and anything, but it's really just...
Well, you seem like you know your stuff, too.
I try.
So sometimes I think people who know their stuff with cannabis, again, I've been selling weed for a long time. I know a lot. But they say all the time, like, anyone who tells you they're a master grower or they know all these things about weed, don't listen to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, we're all learning. It's such, right.
I've heard that before.
And we're all learning. Everything is new. And I think that, like, how many people come in here all the time that are just, like, nervous?
Yeah.
It's like 90%, dude.
A lot of people, Some people are still older clients, things like that. They come in, they're like, oh, man.
Or even younger, too. They're just, like, they don't have that many friends. Exactly, or, like, they don't have too many groups or things to go do. And, like, weed is their thing that, like, calms them down and helps them connect with people.
Yep.
That's why we do this whole thing with the breakfast thing and the connections. The idea of it is, like, this symbol of coffee in the weed space, to me, I feel like can make people like just have that conversation over coffee, over breakfast, starting their day using weed to be a part of their lives. That's what we always preach. And I think that the dispensaries, what's so cool for what you guys do, and you're good at it, because I was looking for the flaws in a way. And I think that you guys do a great job of making people feel comfortable. You're not just trying to sell them shit and get them out the door. And that's across all the Canna Planet Solar System. That's my thing I'm trademarking too.
I like it. I like it.
Let me know about that.
I dig it.
Make a quick little T-shirt or something.
Get all.
Yeah. Not as big as the companies to make the T-shirts, but I think we could make something happen. Dutch Master hats are coming.
I like it.
But yeah, I think you guys do a great job. But again, I want to tap back into you being a youngster in this and selling weed in the dispensary at 21. What? Give me a little bit more of like how it feels to sell weed to these end consumers out of these like stores. I think that's got to be like such a cool thing because for me, it's like it's just an evolution of what I was already doing, and now we could pay taxes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's got to be a little bit different for you, right?
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, personally, I never like sold before I was in here. I was just, consuming as such. But when I'm interacting with someone who's like, my age, that's like I'm just interacting with like a friend or anything like that, trying to hook somebody up with something, nice, something interested, something I would like or want to be, get the same treatment as I was going in somewhere. When it's an older person or anything like that, usually trying to treat it like I'm working with family almost, because cool. I treat family not like, I don't hold them like, I don't want to say it's like, I don't treat them like as friends, but the word I'm looking for is not coming here, and I apologize.
Oh, that's okay, dude.
But
we freeze with microphones.
Yeah.
Sometimes. It's okay, dude. We just try to make you feel comfortable here.
With older clients, I would say it's like trying to help them find something that's both going to work, but then also feel good, because you don't want to have like, you don't want to waste your money, especially, coming to a place like this, because a lot of people are like, oh, my guy or whatever, my dude or, that person, whatever,
Talking BM.
Yeah, it's like you don't need any of that here. We can find something possibly that for both affordable price and something that's going to work for you.
You guys got a pretty wide, like, how many SKUs do you guys have here? Do you know?
I wouldn't know off the top of my head.
I know you got more than others, though. Just from my education into the Canna Planets.
Yeah, there's quite a lot in here. We get so much every week, honestly.
Well, you guys have a big store, and you have like even looking at these lights and stuff, and I'll get like Lucas to do some B-roll shots in here of like what your guys' stores are. You have a good sense of like an experience, almost like a mini Vegas. Like a lot of times in Vegas, they have like spots like this, and I think a lot of the places in New York are trying to be small and be quaint, but you guys have that small family feel and like talking with the customers with an attractive, like,
still makes you want to look around and experience things. There's always something new, especially the regulars we do have. They come in all the time. They're like, oh snap, this is brand new. They spend an extra 20 minutes just looking at new products or shooting shit with us and things like that.
Yeah,
and it's a great experience through all the stores. The Ellenville store, it's a little like half the size, but that one's like great to walk through because that one's super homey. Like going into a friend's house almost, and just like interact with them so closely. You're not having to like be on the other side of the store to talk to somebody. Yeah. It's pretty nice. I have enjoyed my experiences in the few of the Canna Planets that I've been to so far.
And we're in the Monticello Canna Planet, and we just went to the what was it called again? Bagel Bakery. I said it wrong on the thing too. I slummed it on this one. I thank you, Dino. But yeah, I could have done better. I know she's all mad at me. She was expecting more, and I apologize. I let my peoples down. But I'm going to get that Italian combo on the everything bagel. But the bacon, egg, and cheese was lacking, I just have to say. That's just me. But I'm going to try the other things.
Definitely try the Italian combo. If you wanted to, add in sausage definitely gives it a little more oomph.
I like how you said the sausage. You like sausage.
Sausage.
It's got to add the sausage in there.
Got to have your sausage.
Yeah. What are the other little breakfast spots around here that I missed out on?
There's... I wouldn't say breakfast per se, but Green Shack has some really dope, not desserts, but like shakes and shit like that.
Dude, we've been dreaming about ice cream all day.
They have some really nice stuff.
We're getting
there.
Ice cream on the way home today. I promise. We'll get ice cream on the way home.
Peanut butter cup from them. Their peanut butter cup shake to die for. A little out of the way from here, Twin Cones in Bloomingburg makes the best ice cream around. Personally, that's the area I grew up in majority of my life. Super, super cheap, and a medium fucking ice cream cone, bro, is like fucking
Dude, I have a problem with ice cream. I'd be eating like a pint of Ben & Jerry's.
Oh, Ben & Jerry's is where it's at, man. Oh, yeah.
I want to get a little bit of review in here.
Stewart's has some dope flavors, too.
Dude, Stewart's is where it's at, but we got sold by the milk, though. You want to know a funny story?
Love funny stories.
So this is a pretty good story. So me and Sarah, shout out Sarah over here behind the camera, we were in Albany. Yeah. And we were doing like our thing, like you see us here today. We have fun with it. We get like too excited sometimes, and we're outside. We're new to New York, and we go. What were we? It was like world's best milk. Yeah, and we're like, no way. We're like so. We're like, no way. We'll go in there and get this milk. And my credit card got scammed in there getting the milk in Stewart's, dude. Someone ordered. Someone ordered $80 worth of KFC off my card somehow. It's one big dinner.
Why KFC? Out of all the things to choose,
I don't know, dude. We're still asking that question.
Could have had. Around Christmas, I mean, I guess.
Just think of like something. It's just kind of, I mean, obviously. You
Christmas dinner, guys. Here, I got a 14-piece, and
I robbed this little company. I robbed this little company of.
I feel so great about myself today, guys.
Yeah, here's some chicken for the family. I robbed this fucking small company.
Little Timmy, eat up. That sucks, though.
Yeah. No, but that was a funny story. But yeah. So Stewart's, I like watch podcasts and like different like things I consume online. Everyone talks about the gas station in Philadelphia. What's that one they always talk about? Is it Buc-ee's, or is there's another one where they have like all the bacon, egg, and cheeses in there and stuff?
I think Buc-ee's.
Wawa's. Whoever said Wawa's through my through my like headphones in here. Wawa's, yeah. So is Stewart's like a Wawa's where it's like, are you getting food from Stewart's?
I've never eaten food from Stewart's. I've eaten just their ice cream and their Mambo Jumbo. You're
not getting a chicken sandwich?
No, I've never gotten a chicken sandwich from Stewart's.
Now why?
Nah,
Why aren't you getting
I love those things.
Are you above chicken sandwiches from Stewart's?
It's usually on average. It's usually only like 1 or 2 pieces left, and it doesn't look like it's been there for the past like 2-3 weeks every time I go. So
if I was in a Stewart's with you, and they made a fresh thing of chicken tendies, oil looked good. It was in that little basket. They had a nice little thing of honey
I'm a big
mustard
guy, man.
sauce.
You're talking to a big dude. Well,
You gonna eat those chicken tenders or what?
A little bit of hot sauce. I'll eat just about anything. So yeah, I think so. I think so, man. I think I'll have to.
Yeah. Dude, I go into Stewart's and there's some things in there that I get a little sketched out about, though.
Any like the snacks, not the like the little desserts in the back or whatever, like packaged candies and all that stuff. That's towards like the back of the store. Yeah, I don't mess with Little Debbie's that are back there from them. Nah, I can't.
We had a nice conversation off air about Little Debbie's.
Gotta.
Tell me how you feel about Little Debbie's. Let's show the world.
Pride and joy.
Pride and joy, dude.
Love it.
Man, I'm a big Little Debbie guy. But what is the hostess the yodel, and the Debbie
Yankee.
is the ho ho?
Yes.
I feel like Little Debbie's putting out those ho hos. You know?
Probably.
Yeah. The coffee cakes though from Little Debbie. Superb.
It's the cosmic brownie.
The cosmic brownies.
Those
dude.
changed. Those changed.
Let's talk about it.
Cosmic brownies used to have no split in the middle.
Really?
To break it in half. I don't care what anyone says. I'll die on this hill. God strike me down right now. There was no split in the middle. There was no, I've eaten enough. Listen, I was 450 pounds at one point in my life.
No way, dude.
450 pounds.
No way.
I
You're
swear to
looking
God.
good, bud.
I've been losing weight a lot, but yeah, man.
I bet if I
Cosmic
brought up the
brownies.
Little Debbie's.
I love cosmic brownies. getting the itch again, man. But nah, those are the shits. I love all of them. Zebra cakes, cosmic brownies.
It's funny growing up like a fat kid, like especially in like the stoner culture.
Oh man,
dude, we went to shout out Latham Bagel in Albany. Dude, it's so funny. They have this brownie there that's the best brownie I've ever had in my life. It's fucking crazy. It's hard to explain. There's like this frosting on it. They make it homemade in the back there, and these like little chocolate chips on it. And last time I got it, I brought it back to or we brought it back together or something like that. We were supposed to share it, and I had one of those situations where I just like ate a bite of it, and I like took a couple steps back, and then I went back, and then I just like ate the whole thing.
Oh, that's how you know it's good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how you know
and
it's
then
real
I did
good.
it again. I told her specifically.
He asked me what I want. I said that brownie.
But I got her
He
cannolis.
came in this morning, he goes, I ate it.
I got her cannolis though. But I ate it again. It
Never had a
happened
cannoli.
again. You never had a
Never
cannoli?
had a cannoli. There's a lot of foods I haven't
Why?
tried. I'm not a big fan on trying new things. Sometimes, yeah. I like to stick to what I know and
But my man,
play
we're
it
gonna
safe.
cheers mics on the Little Debbie.
Yeah,
'Cause
100%.
that's
Well, I will
what's up.
stand there. Yeah,
I feel like those goes
forever
hand in
eat
hand. Not trying new things and eating Little Debbie
Yeah,
cakes
that's
is
it.
like the same thing.
That's it.
You know what I
Proud
mean?
to be an American.
What's the? That's beautiful, dude. It's beautiful. Smoking weed, eating Little Debbie cakes,
it.
not
It's the
eating
American
cannolis,
dream.
dude.
It's what our
That is the
forefathers fought
American
for.
dream. And now we're selling weed.
That's it.
I wish you guys could sell snacks in here, because they let you guys sell like all the glass and all that stuff. They
Yeah.
should let you do that.
The closest thing we have would be like, just I guess drinks or
Edibles?
Edibles, yeah. I mean,
Right.
some of those though are
That is
considered
kind of
snacks.
crazy how you could sell edibles, but you can't like sell snacks. But they also let you sell like rolling papers.
We
What's going on
actually
with that,
can't. No,
OCM?
we actually can't sell rolling papers out
You
here.
can't?
From what I was told, or from what
But
I
you
know,
can- but
we
you can sell
don't have
lighters.
them. I believe.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't make the rules. I
You
just
just
follow
abide
them.
by
That's
them.
it.
OCM compliance.
That's it.
All day. But yeah, that's the one thing I think about. Like, I really love what New York's doing with how they give you guys like this head shop vibe. you know, they're giving you guys the freedom to be more personal and be a place where people can relate to coming in here and, you know, buying cannabis products. Because we talk about that all the time. We would go to this Sunshine Daydream place, like this little head shop, and you have to like ask someone to like go in the back and get the pieces.
Yeah, like similar to like the sticker shops and shit back then, like way back when. I remember that
era shit, dude. Remember, you're a lot younger than me, dude. You're over 10 years old, 10 years younger than me.
Keep forgetting.
So tell me about the sticker shop.
I never experienced them because I personally.
You can always say allegedly too, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I just always my own personal stuff at home. That's just how it's always been. I really don't give a shit. But I never purchased them from sticker shops or anything like that. I heard about them. I know people who have, and
So
it's
that's
always
the
been
trade
like,
thing, right? It's
yeah,
like you
it's
could
like,
buy a
oh,
sticker and they also give you an eighth,
Yep.
and the sticker was $50.
Yeah.
Same thing with comic book stores too in the city.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I would love to
didn't
get
see
a
anything like that.
Wolverine magazine with an eighth. That's
Any of
not
those new
allowed, dude.
packaging.
Go to
on
the
that-
Canna Planets.
The new stuff is getting crazy with like the packaging and everything, like the Hot Wheels and shit like that, where you buy like a Hot Wheels pack and it's fucking bud in there or whatever. You're paying
Yeah, I
like
saw one in,
85.
like, a mini shoe
Those are
box.
getting crazy. It's like stupid.
We have the licenses and we're not even doing that.
Yeah, good. Good.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are doing good as is.
Thank you
keep
so
it,
much.
Keep it good. Don't go that route.
Exactly. We were talking a lot.
That shit is such a gimmick. I feel like.
Well, it's funny because we have a gimmick, you know, but like you could see from the content and getting to know me, it's not really a gimmick. It's just kind of like who we are. We love snacking, waking up early, drinking coffee, smoking
Hey.
blunts.
Pairs very well together.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think is like the most attractive to the customers when it comes to selling a cannabis product? Do you think it's just straight up good weed in an eighth bag? Do you think that it's the because shout out Heirloom, they fucking dude, I'm like impressed by them all the time. Honestly, just as a sales point of view, like whenever I pull up with like my little orders, there's always like a truck.
Yeah.
With like crates, and I'm
they're
like,
doing-
damn, dude, one day I'll be like that.
They do numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. So is it like something that's different, or is it still just like good weed in the bag?
Well, for Heirloom, it's not really. They really don't. From what I know, at least, they don't have as many.
SKUs?
Flower, yeah, SKUs. Mainly, it's just like drinks and some of the vapes and things like that. That's the market they kind of like dominate in, really, for that because of the one variety they have, the flavor they bring.
Tastes
and
good too.
Yeah,
I gotta
phenomenal
remember to
flavors.
get you guys some before we go. I owe them.
Yeah, their
I
drinks
owe
are
them
really
Heirloom
nice.
drinks.
If you guys are into drinks at all, they have the
Yeah.
one, 1-to-1 or the 2-to-1s. The vapes taste phenomenal, and they hit decently well as well for the price point that they're at. It's not going to break your bank or anything, but I think what's
I like that approach.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I like that, like because obviously we do that too with the blunts.
100%. Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it burns good, it gets you high, it tastes good, and
definitely.
it
Your
doesn't
sticky
kill
ones,
you with the bank.
sticky ones I like.
Right on.
That's just the first one I tried.
I'm
That shit
all
was
about the
good.
train wreck, dude.
I haven't tried that one. I tried the cat piss and the sticky ones. The cat piss was just
No more cat piss.
no more.
You wanna know why? Because people don't like. There's a lot of places that like don't want it anymore. Because like people are like I don't want to smoke.
I like-
cat
I love
piss."
funk.
Women don't like smoking strains with the word piss in it.
Is that a women
I like-
thing?
No, it really is. It's more women than men. It's like actually proven. I literally
Shout out Sarah and
talked to
women.
so many people.
There you go. Yeah, but we can't do cat piss anymore. But
Yeah.
we have a couple new strains that we're rolling out.
Awesome.
But I loved it, and I just dude, it's funny. I was at Canna Planet Kingston, and one of the other budtenders there was like, "Dude, you're not doing cat piss anymore." And I had a couple in the fall.
Yeah, that was nice. I like the
Hook up
smell off of the
homies.
aroma. I'm aromatic and
Yeah.
taste and things like that. I don't,
Yeah.
I got a pretty high tolerance, so smoking
Yeah.
for the feel as well. But the taste, I like funky, I like odorous things.
What are you
That-
smoking,
Currently, right now, I'm puffing on some mochi from Rolling Green.
dude? Rolling Green stepped it up.
Yeah,
I
They-
love what they got.
they've got great stuff.
Yeah, they're batch specific because they run so many strains.
Yeah, they have pretty much. From what I've seen, we get something like new every 2 weeks, 3 weeks almost from them.
Yeah, they're
so they
running
have
mad
constant
phenos.
variety. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awesome to see.
Your stuff's pretty good, but you're smoking flower.
Right now, yeah, sticking with
Smoking
flower
J's,
for the
you're
moment.
smoking blunts, what you smoking?
Right now, bongs. I got my
Yeah?
tag at home. Yeah, that's it. I got that. I just picked up a Puffco too, so I've been messing around with some of the different, rosin
You're
products.
squatted up over
Yeah.
here, dude. You're on good company.
Very, very happy with my current standing right now.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I'm still putting weed in Dutchess. I know my boy over
Oh,
there.
I love my
digs
Dutchess.
it.
You can't, I can't leave the Dutchess behind.
Where are you getting Dutchess out here? First of all, they're like $3.75.
Yeah,
It's insane.
I'm by the
insane.
pack, and then it's like a
The
once
pack is
an
better.
occasion. Yeah, an occasion. I'm like, all right, time to roll up one. I'm like, very carefully now, don't break it, because if I break this, I'm gonna cry.
Now you getting 2 packs or you getting 4 packs?
I buy a whole 5. The 4-pack is holding it now, right?
It's 4 packs.
Yeah, I buy the 4-pack. Yeah.
You're not getting minis, right?
Nah, I get the actual
Thank you.
full cigars.
Dude, the
Can't-
minis are disgusting.
They don't have the right taste. They don't taste
And
like
I
the
love
actual
Dutch
Palma.
Masters. Oh,
They don't have the actual Palma taste. It don't taste like Dutch.
you know how many people think it's vanilla?
Yeah,
Did you grow up with that? What's his name again?
Andre.
Andre. Did you grow up with? Come on over here real quick. Get in here real quick. I want you to say something. Give me the microphone real quick. Get in here.
What's that?
When you were growing up, did they call it a vanilla Dutch? The blue Dutch Masters? You remember that? People call it vanilla?
Yeah.
It's not vanilla.
What is it?
It's Palma. It's just a natural tobacco. But isn't that crazy how
But
people
everybody
call it
would say
vanilla?
vanilla
My
Dutch.
man's a blunt smoker right here.
Yes, I am.
And he knows the merch. He knows the blunts.
Yep.
And I just want to get it out there that it's not a vanilla Dutch. Everyone was
It's a
always saying it
Palma.
was vanilla because it was blue. It's a Dutch Palma.
I will let everybody know it's Palmer from here on out.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for being on the show.
Absolutely.
We'll have you on again sometime.
Yes, sir.
I think that was our first guest.
Yeah.
That was our first guest on the show.
Customer at the last one bought
Yeah.
the cannoli.
Oh yeah, that's true. We had someone like I don't think anyone's gonna do it here. Like, dude, we were doing the podcast at the bakery up in Cohoes, and someone just like walked in front of the camera, was just like looking at shit while we were filming. We're like, all right.
Yeah, spatial awareness is not a strong suit of people around here.
No. Looked at the camera and just went about.
Oh yeah, like up here, right? You guys said up here you did it. Oh yeah, that's why Monticello. That's the area you're in. You walk down the street and people will pay you no mind. You could walk down the street butt ass naked and no one would pay you bat an eye. They'd be like, that's Friday. Okay, it's Friday. All right. Time to go. What time is it? All right, time to go home. I'll see this again at 6:30.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I dude, what an interesting environment down here. You said you're not from here?
Nah, well, I mean, all over New York. It's where I'm, Middletown originally, and the Bloomingburg area. But then I branched over to, Ellenville and Pine Bush area. But that's really about it. Just the surrounding counties, kind of. Never branched out of New York.
Big and open out here, dude.
It's changed a lot from when I was a kid.
We're from New Haven, Connecticut originally.
Okay.
And I've been selling weed for 15 years, and we had a Rhode Island, like Amsterdam style coffee shop before we did this, and then we got our license out here, and then we went to start with a pre-roll, and then like I smoke blunts, like that's our whole culture, like everything we do, get up early, drink coffee, smoke blunts, and we found this custom cones and like hand packing it. We learned that it was a good product, and you're talking about like dominating a certain product in a field. That's like what we're trying to do, like with an affordable blunt. 'Cause anyone can really make blunts and stuff like that, but it's more of just like making it, I think, affordable for the people that are like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's a money thing. You know, I think that a lot of these products sometimes are like, I don't think overpriced is the right word. I think they're just doing too much. And I think you said that a little bit too before. It wasn't really about the money, more about like, you were telling me like don't do like too much, right? Tell me a little bit more about that. Why?
I don't feel like
your perspective matters when it comes to this stuff. For all the people listening, trying to do brands and stuff, listen to this.
I feel like it's a lot of you got to know who one you're marketing it towards, and if you're really marketing towards people who have been smoking one for a long time and smoking just something good quality, they don't want you. You shouldn't have to go and spend $100 on an eighth to get something that's going to get you to where you would like to feel or feel a certain way. You have eighths that we carry in stock. You know, I think it's the peach mimosa by you. I believe it
it's
is.
like
Your
$30,
Sativa.
right?
Yeah, $30. Like one of the lowest eighths we carry, and it gets the job done. You know, it has great flavor, great taste. So if you're someone who's smoking for flavor, taste, boom, you have it there. If you're looking for high, you have it there. You got your best of both worlds.
Right.
And you really have to meet that, evenly. You can't be one way or the other with it. I see a lot of companies, I don't want to name names, but some companies just, they go a little too crazy with some of the
marketing tactics and things like that. Yeah. And that
the way it's made,
price.
where it's like vapes or their flour, how their containers or whatever it is. They just sometimes go a little too high, and you don't need that.
The way I sold weed my whole life was good weed at affordable prices. Not the best weed for the most money. I just don't dig that type of selling weed.
I can dig that.
For me, I don't know. I just don't like it, and that's why like our whole vibe has been something a little bit different. That's like kind of simple.
That gets people to gravitate towards you too, because you got people that are like, oh man, I fuck with that company because you guys keep it real. You're not like, oh man, I got fucking $85 ace. Like I have a good product. It's not the crazy shit in the world, but it's good. And
it's funny as like this is like my crew right here. You know what I mean? And like we were talking about today, like not trying to expand and. Because when you start doing well, like in selling, even like on the black market stuff, like you're selling weed and you think you could do more, buy more, and like things go wrong. It's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep
100%.
it simple. And I think like we're starting. That's why I'm pumped to do this pod with you and like be a part of the Canna Planet universe. Is we're trying to like build good relationships with good stores, and not even just the stores, the people who are in the stores. Because you attract the good people that are going to come in and buy our products. And that's what we want too. It's just like a ladder of good people buying weed, and that's all we ever really wanted to do. And now we can pay taxes doing it, right?
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
It's fun. It definitely has changed a lot from the days of having to, about everything. It's nice to see a lot more open and accessible to a lot more people, and being at this level, I'm still aging, so I hope to see it get even bigger from this, what it's starting out as. But yeah,
I love it, dude. We're getting right at 30 minutes. I think that's a good place to cut it there.
Sounds
and we're going to be
wonderful.
back in here, and I would love to have you frequently on and get your opinion on these things, because this industry is moving fast, and you seem like a cool dude.
Sounds
and
awesome,
we could
man.
keep talking and getting people to peer into that window of what's going on behind the scenes at the stores. They're coming in buying eighths and pre-rolls and stuff.
definitely.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate
Absolutely,
it.
brother.